What's going on, guys? Today we have a little, we're getting back into the lab today, and we are going to be going over the Arizona Cardinals man-beating formation. Let's just hop into it right now. So we're going to go into the coaching options, we're going to go to offensive audibles, and the play that I'm going to be using as a man-beater is the zone of post from the gun tight formation. Now, if you take a look at it, you have the gun tight, and it's you have the zone of seams, which is actually really effective. You have a couple of different plays you could use, but for my money, I like the zone of post, and that's what we're going to go with. Now, I'm going to show you how to run this play against man coverage and zone coverage, but we're going to start out against man coverage for you guys. We're using the Redskins this week, so real quick, we'll actually do a depth chart next time. We'll show you the depth chart next time we're out here. Now, I like to put Cooley and Davis on the inside here. So when I checked out an ace, I have them at tight end in their natural positions. And on the left side, I like to have Moss because he doesn't have great beat press, and Garcon has a little better, so I'll put him on the right side, especially if you're on PS3 now. We're just going to come out in the man coverage from the sub 136 here, the two-man linebacker blitz here. So we're going to audible into our zone of post. And you see here, we have, I think every route is a man beater. Now let's just show you what I like to do here. And the first read is going to be the running back out of the backfield. So it's going to be a snap and throw to the running back. And as you see, against man coverage, he'll get a quick 5 yards. If it's a blitz, I would always throw it, especially if they blitz from the right side. It's just most effective. And you see how they go to the inside here. And then what you could do with this is you could check down into some of your other plays. We'll show you guys later on in the week. But anyway, the next read on this play is going to be the out route on the left side of the field. So you're going to snap read. Okay, the user covering it. And right there, you see the separation that Moss gets on the out route. Now, that doesn't always happen, but it does happen more times than not, especially on PlayStation 3. And this is against two-man under, and you're seeing the amount of separation he gets. I'm pass leading that outside, by the way. You don't have to pass lead it. It doesn't hurt not to unless your quarterback sucks. But you have an RG3, you have an Rodgers or Romo or anyone that's decent, and they'll make that throw. Now the third read on this play is going to be Davis, and you're going to pass lead this down into the outside, and you see sometimes he'll get in front of that. And the way to avoid this is user skill. Now you're going to have to click on, you're going to have to make a catch. You're just going to click on, and you're just going to get underneath the balls here. So pass lead down to the inside, click on, get under the ball, and you see there, now you're facing up. Now you have the inside position, and you can make a catch there. And so it's not a very difficult user catch. All you have to do is click on and just get in front of the ball. So click on, come down like this, and you see a lot of times you get that kind of a separation. So that's the third read. Now for the fourth read, say they have like a zone on the left side or whatever, and they're using the snap throw. The fourth read is going to be Chris Cooley. Now against man coverage, pass lead down to the inside, he's going to beat it every time, as you see there. And that is going to beat man coverage. It's probably not going to beat zone. This next route we're going to show you is definitely going to beat every coverage in the game. Now, this is a later on in the read. This is why it's our last read, but it's probably the most effective out of all the routes. So we'll just show it to you here. You're going to wait till Garcon comes back to the inside. With a pass lead to the inside, you're going to be able to beat man. You're also going to be able to beat zone because, again, if you guys remember concepts from real NFL is to clear out the yellow zones, you're going to put Cooley on a streak. Well, a post has worked similarly. He's going to take the yellow zones with him, and what's going to happen is Garcon will come back underneath it. So, but you see clearly it's going to be wide open against man. It's also unbumpable, which is effective. Now, let's just show you this play against zone. And for time's sake, I'm going to be coming out in the gun tight, but I would normally audible into it when I read man coverage. I'm just going to set my depth chart up so that the right people are in the right spot. But yeah. So we're just gonna come out in the zone of post just to save time. And I'm just gonna go to cover 3. When I show you against the cover 3 here, you'll still have this snap throw to the right side. Snap throw, and it's actually a little better against zone, to be honest, because they'll back off of at the snap. And you can just snap and throw the ball to the running back. That's always your first read. If you can get a quick 7 yards, take a quick 7 yards. Your second read is still going to be Moss. We'll show you his route here. And it still, you can kind of get it out there, but they play it a little better, to be honest. And I wouldn't rely on that, but I still would rely on Vernon Davis. He's going to sit underneath, and you're going to still click on like you always do. Keep it consistent. Make sure you're using the click on method because it is going to help you, especially if they're in man coverage. But pass it down to the inside, and he's going to be zone. Now, I'll show you Chris Cooley's route. It may get picked, it may not. I'm just going to throw it. So pass it down to the inside. You see, they're going to cover that. But if you see what that's going to mean is there's going to be Garcon's going to be wide open on this zone because they bailed out, and so Garcon's going to sit underneath for about 5 or 6 every single time. Now if they're using the left side of the field, then you're just going to snap and come back to circle. You really aren't going to worry that much about Cooley. If you want a zone beater from him, go ahead and put him on a streak. And you can pass it down to the inside, click on, and sit him between the zones like that if you want to. But the post, I don't think the streak beats man as much. And you see, you could pass lead him to the outside, and it's actually probably more effective against zone if you pass him to the outside. Because as you see, the safety does play him, but I mean it's a close play. It's a lot more safer of a throw in my opinion. But see, that can happen right there. They can play it because they are still flowing out to the outside. But I will pump fake. Oh, I forgot to pump. That was a bad pump fake. Forgot the button for pump fake there. But what you can do is you can pump fake just to X and then come back to Garcon there. Make him play the streak and then come back. And then another thing, if you really wanted to see it, you could pump fake to circle and then throw to X at the snap of the ball. But that's just kind of if you want to do that. Now, let's just go over the quick audibles against zone since we have them up. This slot stick play, all I'm going to do is put Healy on a wheel route, Cooley on a streak, Davis on a streak, and Moss on a drag. And all I'm looking for is the snap and throw to the wheel route here. Again, zone, that's my main read. That's the first read. And then the second read are the 2 streaks. Pass it to the outside there. And against zone, against man, I think you pass it to him in the inside. We'll show you that in a minute. And then the last read is going to be the drag underneath. Against every zone, it's going to be wide open. So, deep pass is the zone of seams, and we're going to use the same. We're going to use these routes. The only route I like to do is I'll just go ahead and re-streak Chris Cooley and put Helu on an out route. Those are really effective this year, to be honest. They really do kind of sit in a certain spot against the zone. But you see, you have the same concept on the left side of the field that you have from the zone of posts, and so we're going to utilize that because it's really effective overall and tough to guard. Now on the right side of the field you have these 2 streaks, which you can pass lead both of them against both coverages. The right one, the one on the far right to Garcon, is a little more effective. Cooley's kind of used to clear out space for him, but as you see, you can pass lead that to the inside against man or zone. It's going to be wide open. They're going to have to use or defend the right side of the field. And they're also going to have to use or defend the left side of the field, to be honest. So it's just a read to where their user defender is. But you see the in route's going to sit underneath both yellows. So it works similar to a drag. Now the play action audible is you have a couple of unique routes. So I'll go over this. All I will do with this is block and release Helu. And I'm going to Moss's route will beat zone coverage. But it's kind of an iffy route. If they spotlight him or they put a D in and a yellow, it's not going to get open. But that's my first read to see if they're kind of watching that route. If they're not watching that, I will snap and pass, and no pass lead, just snap and throw it, and he'll get that inside position as soon as he cuts to the inside there. The next read on this play is going to be Cooley. You're going to throw this, no pass lead, just throw it. And again, it works as a crossing route, and against zone coverage, it's going to beat it most of the time. They're going to have to use it in the middle of the field. But you see that stutter step he does, that's how we're going to beat man coverage, and I'll show you that a little later. And then the next read on this play is going to be Vernon Davis. And against zone coverage, it's basically a drag, and Cooley's route will really open him up. And then the last read on this play, disregarding the Helu's route, is Garcon here. The pass lead down into the outside. Click on the same way that you do from the zone of seams. So like if we were running zone of post, we'd click on the triangle. Now we're going to do the same thing for circle. Pass lead down And you actually don't have to click on, but against man coverage you will, so you want to get in that habit. So that's going to do it for the play action audible. The run audible down is a draw. I like to slide left and run it like an off tackle, as you see there. So you could also slide this to the right and like run it down the middle like that, like a counter run, but it's more effective in my opinion to slide it to the left and run it like a sweep. But anything's really good if you mix it in and you see it just makes the draw more effective in my opinion. Now if they're bringing A-gap pressure, go ahead and aggressive your line, and as you see that you're going to go under right down the middle there. So that's it for that. Now let's go over the quick audibles against man coverage. Now I want to show you a couple things. There's only a couple things that differ when we go over it against man now, so we're just going to come out and any play and come out 2-4-5, 2-man under, and go to the quick audibles. Now the only thing different here is going to be the fact that the streaks are going to be pass led to the inside, and don't worry about those linebackers. If they're in man coverage, you'll see they make that reaction, but they won't play the streak for whatever reason. If you pass lead them to the outside, like say here, see if I pass lead them outside, they still will get open, and it may be a safer throw. But against zone, it's more consistent for me to pass lead inside. But if they're user in the middle linebacker, then go ahead and try to go to the outside here. The drag is going to get open against man as well because it works like a pick play. To be the streak is going to go, and then the drag is going to come underneath it, so it's still going to work properly. The route to Helu is going to work if there's no pass, so just bullet it. It's still going to be open. It's just not going to be as open, so you're going to have to use your stick skill to make that play what it's going to be. And again, the streak on the right side, you see that's why I don't pass lead it to the outside, because there is that chance that it's going to get intercepted. So I like to stay with the inside pass lead and to click on and catch those. What you could do if you want is you could put Cooley on a fade, Davis on a streak, and read Davis first and then go back. Sorry about that. I bumped the controller again. But you can go back to Cooley. So here, go back to Cooley, pass lead to the inside, click on, make a catch. They're both going to be unbumpable. You can't press them. So that's what that's going to be. Now, against the zone of seams here, I really wanted to show this, is the left side we already know is going to beat man coverage. The out route is going to beat man coverage from the running back, but the route that is unique, as you guys can probably already guess, is the circle Garcon's route. And Garcon route with a pass lead down and to the inside here at about probably 7 o'clock is going to beat man coverage every single time. And the only way it's not is if they make some kind of adjustment, maybe put him in a yellow or whatever they try to do. But you could also pass lead it to the outside, and you get like that kind of animation there. So if you want to try and go one-on-one with someone, make a big play, you could also try that. Now against our play action audible, we talked a little earlier, Cooley's route when he stutters, like right there, you can fit that in there, just no pass lead at all. Also, we still have those snap pass lead down into the inside to Moss, and he's going to beat man coverage. And then we also are still going to have every route still going to be open. I mean, we're going to have triangles going to beat man coverage with the pass lead up, just pass lead up or to the right. It doesn't really matter. And then Garcon's also going to beat man coverage with a pass lead down into the outside. But he does get pressed. That's why he's our last read. And that's why you have to use or catch it, because you see how he kind of stays with him. So you're going to have to go ahead and get your user stick on. But actually, you know what? It may be better if you don't try to use or catch that route. Let's see. We're not going to use or catch it this time. Yeah, it's still going to get intercepted. So you're going to have to click on and go after the ball. I love this route right there by Cooley, though. They just won't guard it, to be honest. So if I can complete this route, and then we'll wrap up the video. Well. There. So, I mean, that's why it's the last read. That's primarily a zone beating route. You're never really going to go to that route, but if you throw it right there, you kind of have separation, but just be careful with that route, to be honest. Go ahead and run the draw here and show you against man coverage with the blitzing linebacker, we're still going to beat it. It's still going to be an effective run overall. So there I got caught up. But I mean, it really is, especially if they start dropping people back. This one, some people when they drop linemen back, it doesn't really run as well. The draws can kind of still get locked. This way, the way I've been running this, it doesn't. And if you have good stick steel and you can try to just get through the linemen and make some cuts, you can really turn this into some really explosive running from this formation. So I appreciate you guys checking out today's video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions Madden related, go ahead and submit those to the inbox next week, or Saturday. We're going to have a question and answer series where I'm going to take the questions that I've gathered from all of my subscribers throughout this week, or anybody who needs help, and I'm going to go over all the step-by-step in a video. Also, make sure you check out the live commentary. I will leave a link to that video in the description below. And if you guys have not already subscribed, go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. That link will also be in the description. You can also just click on my little dude's name at the bottom. If you are subscribed, go ahead and leave a like to show you support the channel. And let me know if you guys have any questions, if you need help with anything. Please check out the ebook that's going to be releasing Friday. I should have a game up sometime tomorrow or the next day with me playing with the ebook against ZBoy365 from MaddenMoments.com. So hopefully you guys appreciated this video. This has been the Madden 13 Arizona Cardinals man-beating formation from the gun tight, and I'll try to have the zone beater up tomorrow. I've just been really busy lately. Baseball season just started, and we were out today till about 7 o'clock, so kind of have some time restraints at this point, but we're still going to be trying to crank out videos to you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys next time.